In spite of what so many people seem to think, bump stop extensions aren't necessarily installed to help keep your tires from rubbing things like your fender at a full flex. Sure, they will do that too, but the main reason why you want to install these is to help keep your shocks from bottoming out, or maybe more importantly, to help prevent the overcompression of your coils. It's for this reason that most lift kits come with bump stop extensions that are approximately the same height as the lift you're installing. As you can see, this is a 2.5-inch budget boost or coil spacer lift, and looking at them side by side, they're approximately the same height. But the same would be true of any lift coil as well. Where things get tricky is when you want to install a taller set of coils, but not necessarily install a whole new lift kit. Being that most lift coils tend to yield a lot more lift than is advertised, it can be difficult to know just how much of a bump stop extension you need to install. Fortunately, Synergy came out with these. As you can see, these are a set of adjustable bump stop extensions, and they're stackable. They come in 1-inch pucks, so you can go from anywhere from a 1-inch extension to a 2-inch extension, all the way up to 4 inches if you need to. So you could get 3 on with the cap. These are all designed to snap into place and to be removed easily using a screwdriver. Being that Cindy and I go through lift kits like water, we figured this would be a great addition to our JL, but I should note that you can actually install these on a JK or even a TJ. Now typically, bump stop extensions are installed at the same time as a lift kit, and if you need some help to figure out how to get to this point, be sure to check the description below, as I've got a link there to an installation video that will help you out. Now if you've got a JK or TJ, you're going to need to drill a hole through the lower spring perch like you see here, and Synergy has instructions that'll show you how to do that. If you have a JL like we do, this hole will already be there. In our case actually though, we have a Pro Rock 44, and so everything's a little bit different. We actually already have a hole that's even threaded. So we're going to try to make these pucks work for this. So as you can see here, Synergy actually provides hardware for these. And compared to what we had on our Dynatrac Pro Rock 44, you can see the difference is significant. So these guys right here, they're meant to go through this smaller hole and lay flush with this countersunk hole. These bolts that we got with the Dynatrac axle, a little bit too fat and a little bit too big. So we're going to have to modify these. So what I'm going to take is a spade bit right here to increase the countersink hole here, and then I'll also take a drill bit to enlarge the hole in the center as well. Here you can see, larger countersink, also cleared out that hole. Just a bit of cleanup. I think this one will do. So normally to get a coil of this size installed with a bump stop extension this big, you'd have to slip it through the bottom like this, get the whole coil up and in, and then slip it on. But because these Synergy pucks are so much smaller, you can see how they fit right in between the winds. So what we're going to do instead, we're just going to go ahead and install the coil as is. So with the coil in place, we can just go ahead and take one of these pucks now, slide it in, just like that. So we can take our Dynatrac hardware, slip it in, secure it in place. So it'd be helpful to have a ratchet with a short extension like you see here. Slide it through the coils. And you can tighten it in place. Okay. So being that we have about 3 inches of lift, I'm going to grab one additional puck and the top piece here. We're going to slide this one in place. And we need to grab ourselves a pry bar. and a hammer. What we're going to do is put a pry bar up on top and hit it with a hammer. Popped right on. So if you ever need to make a change to the amount of spacers you're using, or you need to remove your coil for whatever reason, you can use either a large flathead screwdriver or a small pry bar like this. Pop it off. So now we can take the last piece, slide that in as well. Whew, that was hard. All right. As you can see, these Synergy adjustable bump stop extensions are relatively easy to install, and they'll give you exactly what you need for the amount of lift you have.